Argentina took on Brazil in the first semifinal of the Copa America. Um, it was a really hard game for Argentina. Brazil ultimately got the win. They got the result they needed. They're in front of their home crowd. They showed out, I guess. I didn't really see a very dominating performance from Brazil. I felt like it was more luck and just the natural ability of Gabriel Jesus and Dani Alves in that first goal as well. And just little instances of having luck and just having the quality of players in those instances to push you through this type of match. It was a really hard fought match. I felt that Argentina mostly controlled the whole match, not to the greatest extent, but I felt like they were more clinical. Not clinical, but they were more effective getting up there. They had two shots on the post, and then a few good saves from Allison as well. And the quality, it is mismatched. The goals, like I said, that first goal was just all the ability, natural ability, the talent, just the vision, everything of Dani Alves to get like a sombrero, a little flick over one player, and then take Otamendi on, not Otamendi, but Paredes to like just switch him on the one side when he side tackled, and then put the ball through to Firmino, and then Firmino basically crossing it into, wasn't it, to Gabriel Jesus. And just the quality, the talent, it was there. Like I said, it was just one little instance. And then like a second goal as well. Um, the team was caught out of position. It was a corner kick, and I think Foyt wasn't in position. It wasn't really in the game as well, and just I guess it was a counter, and then Gabriel Jesus just was on a one-on-one and just basically, not Gabriel Jesus, but Gabriel Jesus put in the pass, did the skills, so that Firmino could just basically slot it in by himself. And that's what like I said, it was just those little instances, just that little amount of luck, just that little amount of quality that basically put them through. Argentina looks like they're growing. They grew from the tournament. Like I said, they started in the lowest of slumps, already losing to Colombia 2-0, but Colombia's not even here. And I mean, it just messes up my whole predictions. But like I said, the experience, the quality, it's always been there. And it's going to get you through. And it doesn't really happen in this game. I know Messi is maybe contemplating retirement, which would suck, in my opinion. I feel like he still has a little bit less, a little bit more to give. Maybe he may reach that other World Cup, maybe not. Who knows? But I feel like he should at least try. There's these little instances that just basically carve out a whole man's career. And these little losses, things that people say. I feel like Argentinian people are too critical, they're too mean to him. And like I said before, or I'm going to say it right now, I feel like they're too attached to the past. They're all about living these glory days when Maradona was on the team, but Maradona hasn't been on the team for like 30 plus years. You have Messi, and not anybody can say that. Imagine Messi in any other team. Imagine Messi in Spain. They would be dominating. They would have had like a whole decade worth of trophies and dominance. But he's patriotic. He loves his country. He wants to fight for them. These are probably the last instances that we see him in an Argentina shirt. But there was a few things to look out of the game. One of the good things that I saw from this game was Foyt. I feel like he actually grew up in like grew up, but like grew as a player in this tournament. He was kind of distinguishable to me, having a lot of talent that he didn't start the first two games, but once he started, he basically kept his spot. And he played these last three games, and I feel like he should have been there. He's been like a missing link that Argentina needs. Having him on the right, Talafico on the left, gives a lot of quality. And just the Brazilians, they did what they had to do. They're at home. They have the people cheering for them. That's a plus as well. Dani Alves is looking really clinical, having a captain that can do those certain type of tricks and dribbles that helps the whole team out is really effective, and it just helps the whole team. For me, in my opinion, Coutinho was like non-existent in this game. I barely even knew he was there. His quality is, I don't know, sometimes overrated. Maybe in Liverpool, maybe back then he was really good. Maybe in the World Cup as well, but he was really non-existent. Arthur, pretty decent, I guess. Not to my liking, but who knows? Kun Agüero, like I said before, is super overhyped. I don't buy into what the Premier League marketing or whatever advertising is giving me. I ain't seeing the quality there. I know he hit one on the post, but I just don't see it. This guy is just not as good as people say he is. And like I said, I feel like just Argentina needs to stick to one manager, find their identity, work with like the sub 22, the sub 23, sub 20, sub 17, and try to form these players from the ground up. Uh, every other team has their identity. Germany has had their identity of producing young, impressionable talent from a young age and having them go into Bundesliga squads and they become stars super fast, but they have the discipline to keep going. And I know Germany's a bad example, Spain as well. They used to park the bus, but until like Guardiola came in, they developed a tiki taka and they brought that to the national team, and that's just giving them all the success they need. But like I said, there's many different uh, clubs, there's many different national teams that have their identity, but I feel like Argentina is lacking that. Basically, I feel like the Argentinian people associate an identity with Diego Armando Maradona, which in my opinion is he's a great player. He's a great player of this game. He's one of the best to ever do it, but I don't see him being the answer to our identity crisis. Props to Allison. He hasn't gotten a shot or at least a goal on him the whole tournament. He might even leave the tournament with a clean sheet. But like I said, I feel like Argentina just needs to do that. They need to develop their players from the ground up. Just the Scaloni, I feel like he's done a decent job. They shouldn't be firing all these coaches and then expecting different results. I feel like just stick with them. Choose an identity to either go on the offensive and counter, look for set pieces type of a mentality style, or just to, I don't know, just to defend the result, I guess, and just have a really defensive type of style and just look for the goals like by set pieces, like I said before, or maybe have an offensive style. But like that's what I feel like. These days we might actually see Messi in Argentina shirt, maybe no longer. It might be over. It's sad to see, but we'll see what happens. He has a decision. He can do whatever he wants. He's a human. I don't blame him for anything. Argentina people probably do, Argentinian people, but this is just all I gotta say. The match was kind of dull. I know there was 2 goals. It's better than the quarterfinals, but this is just all I gotta say. Hope y'all subscribe to the channel, follow me on social media, and like the video.